You're looking into the eyes of a robot, and he's looking back at you. He's curious about who you are and what you're up to. This is Vector. This is a Kickstarter for Vector. He's a new creation from Anki.
He is a character, a robot that is meant to live in your home. He's always on, he's alive.
The idea is really that Vector becomes part of the family or that home, both on the emotional character side, but then also on the utility side.
Vector is really the first robot that uses advanced deep neural networks to do a lot of perception and understanding of the world around him.
What he does feels intentional. He can react to inputs in his environment and his life.
We generally want to find one defining feature and then build from that. For Vector, curiosity was a big one.
What they're saying is you officially live in a time when robot sidekicks are a real thing.
Hey, Vector, give me a fist bump.
It's a step closer to that sci-fi robot, that everyone wants to be friends with.
That step closer means you've got a robot in your house waiting for you to get home. Autonomous like a Mars rover, aware enough to avoid falls like a tightrope walker, and always excited to welcome you home like a loyal companion.
What's up, Vector?
Jason.
Vector's no slouch roommate either. He's happiest when he's helping out. Ask him the weather, and he'll show you. He can set a timer and cause a commotion when it's finished. Activate robot alarm. And he can connect his robot brain to the internet to answer your questions.
Definition of life, the characteristic state in the world of living.
He's a little robot who brings a lot to your house. He's also a little robot with nearly 700 parts. That one right there, that's his soul part. Okay, I made that one up, but the little guy's got soul. Let's get someone in here to tell him what all this stuff actually does. How does he hear?
Vector has a microphone array, which allows it to hear voices and noises and understand where it came from.
What's he use to see?
Vector uses a wide-angle camera.
Why doesn't he fall off the table?
4 drop sensors.
How come he doesn't bump into stuff?
Has this laser distance sensor right here in the front.
Whoa, robot lasers? How do we know he won't use that for evil?
We have a very strict quality control process to make sure that no evil robotic overlords emerge from Vector.
This thing is just awesome.
There's got to be a huge amount of code inside the robot.
There is a huge amount of code inside the robot. It's a few million lines of code at this point. That software really encompasses everything from the character to the low-level operating system to the cloud functionality.
He has a camera in his face, and that's actually one of his primary sensors. Not just capturing the light in all the pixels, but it's making sense of those pixels. He knows what it is and where the stuff is.
That code creates his intelligence and his personality.
We think both about the IQ and the intelligence as well as the EQ and the emotion.
You feel something for him. You bond with him, relate with him, care about him, and you feel that he can relate to you and give you something back.
He is your friend. He was built to help and delight and entertain you.
That is delightful and entertaining. So instead of sitting back and waiting for the robot apocalypse, Anki is making super smart robots built to bring joy and companionship to humans. Did I mention he likes to be pet? I know. Anki's been at this for a while. First, they made Drive and Overdrive, games where you race against robot car opponents. And then Cosmo, a toy robot that plays games and teaches kids to code. Vector is their 4th product, and he's already in production. So why Kickstarter?
I think for Kickstarter especially, being able to have access to more technical users that understand a little bit more about what's going on and can give us really critical feedback that we can then use to incorporate into updates.
We expect over the next few years to develop function after function after function, making a deeper character, implement more characterful utility function, and so forth.
There is no community out there that's better than Kickstarter for bringing these people together that have a passion for defining what that future looks like and embracing the kind of events along the way that help define where we're going.
Right now, Vector's going to bed. What he does next is up to you. Back this Kickstarter today to get your robot early and join a Kickstarter exclusive group that will help shape Vector's development roadmap and maybe our entire robot future.
You probably know robotic lawnmowers. It's a lot of work to dig in their perimeter cables. And eventually they'll chop up any of your belongings in your yard. Not to mention their technology. It's more than 25 years old. Forget everything you know about robotic lawnmowers let me introduce myself. I'm Toadi, the world's first and only autonomous lawn robot. I don't need a perimeter cable. I mow in straight lines. And I also mow borders. I see the world just as you do. With my artificial intelligence, I'm able to detect objects and animals. I love you and your family. I'll safely mow around anyone. With my computer vision technology, I'll always know where I'm located in your garden. It allows me to safely navigate around in it, autonomously, without any external sensors or cables. I'll avoid driving into your pool. I won't bump into objects. Oh, and I recognize fences and don't crash into them. Hey, that's probably why I'm always first in class. Thanks to my superb vision, I'll always find my way home to my charger. And dock in style. For the more complex yards, I can cross to another zone all by myself. You're going to love me when you like flower beds in your garden. You can instruct me not to mow there, so the bees and butterflies can flourish. But if needed, I can easily handle the most difficult and challenging terrains. That's why my all-terrain tires and powerful motor can tackle hills up to 45% and cover areas that are as large as an American football field. And don't worry about the grass clippings. I use mulching technology and continuously mow a micro-tiny clipping of the grass. Your grass will always look perfect and healthy. At night, I will stand guard with my night vision camera and spot people up to 32 yards. I'll send you a message with a picture to your smartphone. I'm the world's first robot that doesn't need a manual. Not only that, I don't have any button, no keypad, no nothing. Simply because I don't need all of that. I'm smart, you know. You can install me as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Install the app. 2. Plug in my charger. You can easily install me close to your power socket. 3. Walk with me around your yard. And that's all it takes. Easy peasy, isn't it? The people who created me redesigned me from scratch. They made sure I wouldn't harm the environment. That's why I'm produced out of 81% of cornstarch. And I'm produced locally through 3D printing in every country I'm sold, supporting the local economy. And don't forget you are buying the future as well. I'll check every night for a software update and get new skills downloaded via the internet. I'll keep evolving and do more and more work for you. If you want some assistance for your lawn, just order me. I'm happy to help you out. Unless on Sunday. Everybody deserves a day off.
Ever wonder how clean your floors really are? You've tried the old school broom, the not so handy mop, maybe even a robot vacuum that promises a lot but delivers too little. Introducing Narwal, the world's first self-cleaning robot vacuum and mop with the most advanced navigation. First off, Narwal takes care of vacuuming up pretty much anything off your floors. But the magic actually starts with the mopping. Other robot cleaners that claim to mop only sweep the floor. Narwal has reinvented the mop. It has rounded triangular mops that press down on the floor and rotate to really clean away those stubborn stains. Narwal mops clean 3 times as efficiently versus other robot cleaners. Other robot cleaners clean the floor, and then you have to clean them. Defeats the purpose, if you ask me. Narwal is totally self-cleaning. It automatically returns to the base station to clean, wash, and dry itself multiple times during mopping. And when the mopping is done, Narwal keeps the mop dry and clean with its ventilation system. Most robot cleaners require remapping every time you use them, but Narwal's home layout map can be used repeatedly once created. The map is created with the help of LiDAR technology. You know, what they use in driverless cars. Narwal also avoids secondary contamination by making sure it doesn't pass over the spaces it's already mopped. You can even customize its cleaning strategy for different rooms and floors, like choosing which rooms to clean, in which order, how many times to clean, the type of floor, and it creates cleaning reports for you after it's done cleaning. Narwal is also ultra quiet. You'll almost forget it's there. With its awesome sweeping, vacuuming, and mopping tech, Narwal will make you wish you'd found it sooner. Narwal is built by a dedicated team of engineers and visionaries.
I got the idea to build Narwal when I saw my mom struggling with mopping housework every day. So I decided to build a robot to help her and everyone in the world. We hope you can support us.
This is Clicbot. Cute, right? Clicbot is a family robot that's a bit different. His expressions and characteristics were designed by Carlos Bina, an award-winning designer. He has over 200 interactions that will make you fall in love with him. He can also dance, compete, and play with you. Play trivia. Chase the ball, and a ton of other games. This would already make him pretty remarkable, but here's where he's different. Clicbot is an entire universe. See, this is also Clicbot. It has wheels and can follow you around. This, it's also Clicbot. It can climb walls, and this one crawls, and this one is a mean driving machine. And this one serves snacks. Now these are not separate robots, they're all just one Clicbot. See, Clicbot is modular. The good kind of modular. The kind that works like magic. Instead of hundreds of motors, servos, cables, and chips, Clicbot is built from smart building blocks that know how you connect them. Right out of the box, Clicbot comes with 50 predefined robots you can build easily. But it doesn't end there. After you've mastered these, you can create more than 10,000 other robots, limited only by your imagination. Did we say different? Now let's talk STEM. Clicbot takes a new approach to STEM and learning code. Most STEM products are either too simple or way too complicated. Clicbot goes all the way from super basic to real-world coding. Here's how. Built a new robot by just clicking pieces together? How will you program it to drive? Well, you don't need to. Just hit record and move the robot however you wish. And that's it. Now you can control it. Want to teach it to do something? Hit record, move it, and that's it. You can now play that sequence. No code. Ready to level up? Clicbot is fully programmable with a friendly drag-and-drop coding interface. Blocky, by Google. With a ton of sensors, you can really make it do anything. And you're not alone in this learning process. The Clicbot Academy has over 30 video tutorials that teach code from beginner to advanced, with many more added regularly. But even that is just to get you started. Clicbot has a built-in community where you can share your creations and learn from others, so you never run out of ideas or ways to learn new things. Want to level up even higher? Clicbot is also compatible with Python, so the code-savvy grown-up children can create even more complex actions. So to summarize, a lovable robot that plays games, dances, climbs, and drives with smart modular building blocks that make it 10,000 robots, and STEM learning from starter to pro with tutorials and a great community. So if you want a new family member that's a little different, this is Clicbot. Cute, right?